Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here. Grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day, folks. Here we go, guys. 90 days, 3 months, continuous sobriety, right? Being Friday, I went to my home group at AA, and I got my chip today. And, it was great. I literally structure my life around making sure I can make my Friday meeting. Guys, I've taken my power back, and that's literally what we're going to talk about today. You have to understand you have the power to fix absolutely any situation in your life. I don't care what it is. I don't care. I don't care if it's family issues, if it's a job issue, if it's a toxic relationship. If you're like me, suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, if you're in depression, if you're PTSD. I was diagnosed with severe PTSD back in December. I don't suffer from any of that today, guys, because I finally understood. I found my higher power. I developed a relationship with my higher power. God, Spirit, Universe, Buddha, Allah. I don't care what you call it. In my eyes, it's the same thing. It's understanding that there's something bigger than you at play in the universe, right? I mean, I don't control. I'm not the Almighty Oz. I don't control the planets, the skies, the seasons, the moon, the lunar cycles, any of that. Something does. That to me is God, right? There's a God force underlying everything. And what I've done was got myself in alignment with it. And I've done that through prayer and meditation. I say it all the times. I highly recommend it. But regardless, and your path may be different. Find your path. Find your higher power. Get quiet. Stop, meditate, pray. Get out from under whatever it is that is crushing you. You have the power to do so, but it starts and ends with you. Stop blaming other people. Stop saying this. If I get this, I'll be happy. You're never going to be happy because when you get that, you're going to need something else. It's a never-ending cycle. If you can't stop and be happy with who you are and with what you have right now, you never will be. And you can be. That is the important factor. Everybody hears that and says, "Oh no, I'll never be happy." If you feel that way, you're right. And if you say I'm going to be happy every day for the rest of my life, you're also right. It starts and ends with you. You have the power to do absolutely and overcome absolutely anything in your world if you apply it. If you decide that is the case, it is up to you to take your power back in life. And that's literally what I've done, guys. We talk about it all the time, right? I have the best problems today. The biggest problem I ran into today is I went to deposit a check into my bank account through my mobile app, and here it is. What the 11th of the month, I've exceeded the amount of mobile deposits or the amount I can deposit into my account through my mobile for the month. That's the biggest problem I have today. That's a fucking problem I'll take all day long. Okay, big deal. I drove to the bank. I put the check in the ATM. I have Zelle. The rest of my I got like three more payments coming in today. I called everybody and said, "Hey, do me a favor and just send it to my phone number, Zelle." Right? Beautiful. Like these are problems I will take all day long. I talked about yesterday. I registered my new business. I'm official now. I've registered with the state. $500 fee, big deal. Doesn't hurt because I'm doing the right things today, guys. I'm not blowing all my money. That's the thing I talk about all the time. I've always worked hard. I've always never had a problem making money. It was holding on to it that was a huge problem for me. That's not a problem for me today. Literally, it's coming in fast, and I know what to do with it, and I'll take it all day long. And again, I'm not bragging, balling. I'm just taking my meteoric rise out of the sewer. I've got a long way to go to get to square one, but I'm getting there in an incredibly fast and beautiful, enlightened way because I'm doing it in God. I'm getting out of my own way. I've removed my broken brain from the equation. I'm taking advice. I'm taking the steps from people that have done it before and that they know they work. Because I've understood that finally I understood. Guys, I was there with you. I used to think my lot in life was to be miserable. That no matter what I did, I was going to be miserable. And you know what? I was right. Because that's what I thought. That's what I allowed. That's what I invited into my world. That's literally what I was working with. Because again, I was giving my power away in every situation. I needed that next fix, so I'd sell my soul to, I'd agree to do $1,000 worth of work for $50 up front, so I could go get a goddamn $50 bag of heroin, right? It's insane, right? But that was my decision. I can't blame anybody else for that. That was literally what I invited into my life. Now, again, I started praying months before I got clean. It took me months to finally get the balls to put it down, go through the suffering, because again, I was on 7 grams of fentanyl a day. I wasn't eating. I was, 50 pounds lighter than I am now. I had that horrible growth hanging off my face, and it was torture. My life was torture, and it was again because I allowed it to be. The moment I decided I was going to change, I was going to make a difference. That's the day it all started. Even though I didn't get clean yet, but that little intuitive voice in the back of my head that was just a dull little put down the drugs. You can make it better. You can do this. You know you can. You know you can. You know you want it. It got louder and louder and louder. Guys, I was still working. I still had access to everything I needed to use. And again, I've talked about it before. My life was an absolute mess, guys. I was doing 7 grams of heroin every day, or fentanyl, really. And then I was smoking crack around the clock to come down off the heroin all night long and be on the internet doing stupid shit all night, talking to people all over the world, just being an idiot, right? And all of a sudden, and again, it was the same thing every day. All of a sudden, 5 o'clock in the morning would come, and I go, oh shit, I got to do some more heroin so I can come down from the crack and go to work. And it was a wonder I didn't kill anybody. And I'm so incredibly, again, that's the other thing, guys, gratitude. I'm so grateful that at least I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't get arrested. I didn't end up going to rehab from jail like I did every other time. And again, the difference being I found my relationship with my higher power, whom I choose to call God. He started making it so that I could actually save myself before I burnt everything to the ground. I mean, that was a hard enough rock bottom. Not sleeping for 16 days straight is a good enough rock bottom in my world. You know what I mean? But again, in the past, I'd always have to go to prison or end up homeless or living on the street before I could start to rebuild. I got out of my own way. I arrested the cycle before it got worse. Again, proving it can be done. No matter what circumstance, what situation you are in right now, if you make the decision that is going to stop, regardless, let go of all the bullshit excuses of why you can't, and just decide that you must. It's as simple as that. You have the power. That's literally what I'm trying to portray to you every single day. I want better for you. You should want better for yourself. And if you do, then you do better, and then things get better. It is literally that simple, guys. I've cracked the code, but it's no, I'm not a fucking rocket science here. I'm not a genius, right? I just started doing better. I finally understood that it all starts and ends with me. Every situation that I had to cut out of my life, I cut out. And then when those people come back, I didn't accuse any one of them of having done anything wrong to me. No matter how wrong the shit they were doing to me was, I apologized because I allowed it to happen. And I said, I'm sorry. That was the relationship we had prior. I'm no longer that person. And thank God that I'm not. And they kept coming for, a few weeks, a month, or whatever, knocking to see if I was going to fall off my high horse. And I haven't. What I've done was I've hopped in that fucking horse and I rode it up the hill so high they can no longer reach me. And you can do this, guys. Literally, it's not that... It's difficult, but it's not. The hardest thing is stopping the momentum that is blowing you over and then getting in front of it, right? And it's in the easiest and smartest way to do it, guys, is, again, if you're in alcoholism or drug addiction, go to rehab. You cannot do it on your own, right? And, there's an exception to every rule, okay? But the vast majority of us need to get away for, I don't care if it's 3 days, 5 days, a week, a month, 6 months in a halfway house. Your situation is your situation. But you gotta get honest with yourself. Find out what it is you need and go after it, right? I talk about it all the time. I talked about in yesterday's video the friend of that I used to work with that's just going through hell right now. Self-imposed, by all means. Self-imposed. I spent 4 hours getting his phone straightened out for him yesterday, right? Well, today, and again, talked him into going to the hospital. I was so excited by that. Today comes back with and again, it's all bullshit, okay? And it is what it is. It's addiction. That's what happens, right? A million excuses today why they can't go. Their phone, and of course the phone is hung up. It's coming to my house. I've got the tracking number on it. It's getting delayed till Monday. And I'm like, if you want to wait till Monday, get your phone first, that's fine. Or I can bring you the phone at the hospital. It's really not that big a deal. But now they've got a million excuses. Oh, I haven't used drugs and I don't want to get high to go into the hospital. I don't want to say that I want to hurt myself because my kid, this, that. Like, all the same things they've done 100 other times when it was convenient for them, they no longer want to do because it's inconvenient. But they think if they played the system, they'll still get the $15,000 settlement and they can go do whatever they want to do. It's not going to happen. Literally, the person doing the settlement is out of state and I'm the representative assigned by the lawyer. And I literally had an envelope full of money to hand him when he walked into the hospital today, so he'd have money for canteen, toiletries, whatever is available at the hospital or wherever he's at. And he fully expected to get it, and he wanted me to come over and reset the Wi-Fi password at the apartment that he hasn't been staying in because he felt he was being pushed out. Again, it's all nonsense and crap, right? Well, I have boundaries today, guys. I will help anybody helping themselves, but I'm not going to be taken advantage of, and I'm not going to have somebody else taken advantage of, and I'm not going to be a part of somebody's bullshit game. And I sat right there and I said, no, I got a pocket full of money for you right now, and an envelope full of money for you right now. You're not getting a dime of it because A, you're not going to the hospital. You're not getting yourself better. You're not making anything better for yourself. At this point, if you're not going to the hospital, you'll get your money when you vacate the apartment and you turn over the keys. Well, I'm sorry. Like, I've made every accommodation humanly possible for you, and you shooting down everything that we come at you because you want a free fucking ride, and the free ride is ended. That's why you lost your job. That's why you're being evicted. I've talked about before. Guys, this person, again, you can sit there and give a million excuses as to why something isn't going to work, or you can let go of the bullshit, do what you know you need to do, and take the lifeline that is being thrown at you, right, and move forward. And finally, it's got to the point, guys, because that's the other thing, guys, I talk about all the time, boundaries, right? You got to set boundaries. I'm going out of my way, because literally this is what my life is about, being of service to other people. I've gone way over and above to help this person, and I will continue to. But when it literally got to the point that now you're lying straight to my face and you're trying to manipulate me, I have no problem standing there face to face and telling you absolutely not. You're full of shit. I know you're lying through your teeth at this point. Yes, I have access to the money. Yes, it's in my pocket right now. No, you cannot have it. Make a fucking good decision. Call me when you do, and I'm out of here. And then they wanted me to say, oh, can I use your phone so I can call and get my Wi-Fi? No, I've got stuff to do today. You wasted 4 hours of my time yesterday because of your own nonsense. I get to today, you just locked yourself out of your room. Like, this is what I'm trying to talk about. And you're trying to tell me how you're perfectly fine? No, you're not. Look at the decisions you're making on a daily basis. You lost your iPhone 16. You lock yourself out of your room. Now I got to break into the house. Like, you cannot get in front of your own bullshit because you're allowing it to snowball because you're not taking a step back. You're not digesting. You're not looking at the opportunities you have and then responding to them. You're reacting to the stress and the anxiety and your own nonsense in your own head, and you're trying to play games so you can get your next fix, and I won't be a part of that. And I have no problem telling them that I will not be a part of that. I came back and I talked to my buddy who's in charge of the whole thing, and he was thrilled with what I did, and he actually congratulated me again. And this is what I get today, guys. Pat, thank God you're doing what you're doing. I can now stay, in retirement down in Florida and go from cruise ship to cruise ship because I have you there to run the ship. And he pays me anything I want, right? And I literally turned down half the money he did because he does so much for me. He just gave me his $45,000 truck for $5,000, and I don't even have to pay for that. It's working it off. I mean, come on, how much more can you take from a person? And that's the beauty, guys. I won't. I will take the opportunities that are available and that are good for me, but I won't take advantage. And I will help anybody as long as you're not trying to take advantage. In the end of the day, when you are trying to take advantage, this is what happens. You sit there and you spin your wheels in the mud. You cry, you piss, you moan, because nothing works. Well, it's not going to work when you're going at it fucking sideways. And I know that better than anybody because I did it for 40 years. And I would find creative ways around everything. I was a lot more creative than this fucking idiot is. But anyway, no, I shouldn't say it like that, and I apologize. I'm frustrated. I literally had somebody willing to go, and I just want the best. I just want him to be okay. I want him to get his settlement money, be sober, and go spend time with this kid in Texas like he wants. But he's bullshitting me, and that's starting to irritate me, right? But again, so I will put my boundaries up, and I just walked away. And he's standing there looking like, what am I supposed to do? I said, I don't know. We'll do what you've been doing, I guess. I mean, there's nothing I can do. If you won't allow me to help you, I can't help you, and I'm not going to stand here and waste my time. I've got shit to do. I'm celebrating the fact that I just opened legally opened my business. I'm celebrating the fact, that's the other thing, guys. Jesus Christ. And it's funny. So many good things happen in my life today that I forgot. Sorry, hold on. I actually hit my computer there. So many good things happen in my life today. One of the things I was really looking forward to speaking about at my my AA home group today was the fact that we just put a resume together and submitted that to that scholarship board through my Riverside Recovery. And I'm clearly the front runner for that Harvard scholarship. And again, they approved the fact that if I get the scholarship, I can use the leftover money to buy recording equipment for my YouTube and my TikTok. Like, amazingly beautiful things that happen in my life. And literally so many amazingly beautiful things are happening in my life that here I am, a 16-time convict, former homeless drug addict, who's being offered a scholarship to a course at Harvard. And that's not even the biggest blessing in my life that I completely forgot to mention that when I was talking about all the good things that are happening in my life. That's a pretty powerful statement right there that makes me very, very happy. And that's literally what's going on in my life today. I can't keep track of all the beautiful opportunities that are being presented to me. and then I compare myself to that, and I don't mean to compare, but I'm saying you look at the difference. It's because, guys, it's because I surrendered. And again, surrendering is not giving up. Surrendering is turning your burdens over. It's letting go of your failures, letting go of the mistakes, letting go of the guilt, the shame, and the remorse, because none of that does you any good. But you can't get rid of it until you stop creating it. So A, stop creating it. B, let yesterday go, and start moving forward, right? And you can. You literally have the power to do so. If you really don't think you can, send me an email and tell me your situation, and I'll literally walk you through your next steps. And I promise you, if you follow them, and within 2 weeks, you're gonna be thanking me and feeling like a new person, guys. It's literally what I'm here for. I'm recording the video a little early today, guys. I'm going to see a Led Zeppelin cover band tonight because I was invited to go, and I'm making it a point of living a life today, so I take advantage of any opportunity I can to get out. My brothers and my sister called me earlier today. My birthday is next weekend. We made plans to go out to dinner for my birthday next week. It'll be the first time since my mother's funeral that all of us were in one room at the same time, and that's amazing, right? Much better situation to be doing it. Guys, you can have the most amazing, beautiful, blessed life if you're willing to do just the littlest bit of work. Remember, no amount of remorse will change yesterday. No amount of anxiety will change tomorrow, but the smallest amount of gratitude will change the present. Very important statement right there, guys. And remember, more than anything, you can do this. I will help you, literally, but just make the effort. Surrender your wills. Find your higher power. Get out from underneath the drugs, the alcohol, the abusive relationships. Whatever it is. Add your situation in there. Get in front of this stuff. You can do this, but it takes action. Not even that difficult, but it takes action. Do the work, guys. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you in the next one. Be safe.